Paul warns the Cavs. Lonzo felt something, the Roberson effect, and 6 games of NBA action. That's what we got on the schedule for today, so let's go. Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zach Lee, back bringing some more daily NBA news. You guys already know that you are the real MVPs, and hey, if you're new here, then welcome. So glad you could join us. You are also greatly appreciated. But we got some things to talk about today, so let's just get right into it. Well, why don't you just come out and say it, CP3? Why don't you just come out and let everyone know that LeBron James is for sure going to leave the Cavs this summer, and he's most likely going to come join you and James Harden in Houston. So Chris Paul sent a little bit of a message to the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday, the day after the Houston Rockets humiliated the Cleveland Cavaliers on their home court on national television. And this is because Paul was shocked at just how badly the Cavs are playing, even though they have LeBron James. You got LeBron over there in their locker room. You know what I mean? What else does the man need to do? Don't take it for granted, man. Don't take it for granted. Basically what he said was, y'all have the best player on the world on your team and y'all still suck? How is that possible? This whole thing is crazy. Like, before the season started, everyone was saying this is the most talented team LeBron James has ever had. Kevin Love, Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, Derrick Rose, Jeff Green. And now midway through the season, everyone's like, well, what's LeBron supposed to do on a team like this? He has no help around him. Kevin Love has been good, but he's out now, and Dwayne Wade has been solid in his minutes off the bench, but everyone else trash. Well, I'll give Jeff Green some credit here. He has been pretty decent off the bench too, but everyone else trash. And on the top of the trash heap, you got Isaiah Thomas pointing fingers at everyone else for doing something wrong, for not caring enough after every single game except himself. Do you guys know that he had the nerve to call out everyone else on the Cavs yesterday for not trying on defense?
Trust is from being out there in the battle together and knowing, okay, if I get beat, the next guy got me, and then the next guy's helping up, somebody else got him on the backside. Like, we don't have that at all on that end of the floor, and it is an effort thing. I mean, teams are out hustling us, and that can fall into the toughness category as well. Like, I don't know the last time we got on the floor for a loose ball, and I know that the teams I've been on have always been like, defense is determined on deflections, steals, loose balls. Who's the hardest working team on that end? You know, we don't have that right now.
That's like Andre Roberson telling Russell Westbrook that he needs to score more. But the thing is, I do agree with Isaiah Thomas here. Cavs need to start competing, need to start hustling and playing defense. But that's like the no-duh statement of the year. Who doesn't agree with that? But he says this stuff as if he's the only one out there trying to play defense. Like, he's leading by example. Isaiah Thomas, when was the last time you went on the ground for a loose ball? When was the last time you played any defense? See, the stuff like you are doing, being the new guy on the team that's been playing with the team for a whole 1 month now, and you have other guys who have been there for years, and you're the one yapping your mouth, calling other people out already, saying that on my old team we did this, or on my old team we didn't do that. All that's gonna do is cause an even bigger rift in the locker room, destroy the team chemistry even more. And look, overall, Chris Paul is just 100% right here. There is no way the Cavs should have the best player on the world right now and still be playing like trash. And I hate to put all the blame on one guy because it's a team problem. It goes deeper than just one guy, but Isaiah freaking Thomas. It is what it is. Since he has come back, the Cavs have struggled. The Cavs won 20 of their last 24 games before Isaiah Thomas returned. Then he comes back, and all of a sudden they've only won 6 out of their last 15. All but one of those games they lost were double-digit losses. This is no joke. 102-88 to Boston, 127-99 to Minnesota, 133-99 to Toronto, 118-108 to Golden State, 148-124 to OKC, 114-102 to San Antonio, 125-114 to Detroit, and now 120-88 to Houston. Once again, I don't want to put all the blame on Isaiah Thomas here, but there is no denying that he is a huge part of the problem. Matter of fact, the stats are backing this up. He is the worst defender that the NBA has seen in the last 25 years right now. And he's the one calling out guys saying you need to try on the defensive end. You can't have two voices saying different things. You can't have two conflicting leaders. The Cavs have never had this problem until Isaiah Thomas returned. He's trying to be the leader like he was in Boston when this isn't his team to lead. It's LeBron's, and you can't take him for granted. It's been a while since we talked about Lonzo Ball. I'm sure most of you are wondering why that has been. Why haven't we been hearing anything about Lonzo Ball? Well, it's because he hasn't been playing for quite some time now. Lonzo Ball has missed the Lakers' past 9 games, and the Lakers say that he's out with a sprained MCL. Basically, it's a sprained knee, and it looked like before yesterday he was getting closer to returning. The Lakers had ramped up his rehab routine or whatever it is they're doing with him just a little bit, taking him to that next stage. However, he hit a snag in the process, as when they tried to move him to the next step, he said he felt something in his knee, so they dialed it down. This is what Luke Walton had to say about it. There was some times where we had him push a little bit and he felt something. Whether or not he could have pushed through it, we decided just as soon as he felt something to cut it back right then and just stick to the things he didn't feel anything doing. So yeah, they were like, Lonzo, does this feel good? Can you do this? He was like, I don't know, it feels kind of weird. So they're like, stop. And it does suck not being able to see Lonzo Ball play. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why, but there's something exciting about watching Lonzo play. It's like, you never know what's gonna happen when he has the ball, when he's on the court, and that's kind of fun to me. So I do wish he was out there, but then again, I had to say that I like how precautious the Lakers are being. Lonzo Ball is a huge piece of your future. There's no need to rush him back. There's no need to have him on the court right now. It's not like they're trying to make some type of playoff push and are desperate to get Lonzo back, and the last thing you want to do is ignore something little and have that little thing turn into something big. There are some people though who might think that the Lakers are being a little too precautious with Lonzo Ball, babying him a bit, but I'd rather be too cautious than to be reckless. Andre Roberson legit the MVP of the OKC Thunder, as after the Thunder lost to the Lakers yesterday, they are now 1-4 since they lost Andre Roberson, including losing their last 4 games in a row. However, even though they have lost their last 4 games in a row, Russell Westbrook says that it is not time to panic. The best thing about the NBA season is that there's always another game and that this adversity will make the team better.
With what?
Just how things are going. I know it's been kind of up and down lately.
We lost 4 in a row. That's where we at. But the best part about this league is you get a chance to play again. Day and a half, whatever it is we play. And it's fun, man. Adversity is great. Me personally, I love adversity. It gives you an opportunity to bring your teammates together, bring everybody together. Look forward to positive things. Man, throughout the season, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. You know what I mean? But me, never flinch. It's one thing about this organization, about our team, that we never flinch.
It is a long season, and every team has their rough patches throughout the year, so it will be easy to think that the Thunder have just hit a rough patch, but this is no coincidence. Andre Roberson goes down and all of a sudden they don't start playing so well. This is a life without Andre Roberson, and I don't think this will be fixed until they actually get Roberson back next season. Sure, someone on the team could step up. I'm not quite sure who that would be. It's a little too early to expect the young rookie Terrence Ferguson to fill Andre Roberson's shoes. And yes, while I do think they should trade for a guy like Avery Bradley, he still is no Andre Roberson. There is no other Andre Roberson in the NBA. He may have never scored more than 10 points for the Thunder, but he was like one of their glue guys. The other one I think is Steven Adams. Andre Roberson is just so crucial to the team that there is no one in the NBA that will be able to immediately come in and replace him. All they can hope is that they'll find someone who can at least bridge the gap a little bit, and hopefully that will allow the Thunder to start looking like the team like they were looking like before. That wraps up all the news from yesterday though. Now I want to know what you guys think. So it's question of the day time, and today's question of the day is this: is Chris Paul right? Are the Cleveland Cavaliers taking LeBron James for granted? Leave your answers down in the comment section below, but now real quick, let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday I asked you guys if you think the Cleveland Cavaliers will still make the the NBA Finals this year, and here's what you had to say. I think the Cavs will still make the finals because no matter how bad the coach is, they still have the undoubted best player in the world who steps up in the playoffs and finals, and they'll probably get DeAndre Jordan, which will fix the problem. I don't think so, because by the time they get there, Boston will probably have traded for a good scorer, and maybe, just maybe, Gordon Hayward will be questionable to play, which will bring more points that the Cavs can't defend. It's hard to bet against LeBron when it comes to making the finals, but the Celtics have been playing some tremendous basketball so far this season, and not just them, but the Toronto Raptors too. I'm gonna say this, it'll be the first time in a very long time that a team in the East legit scared LeBron James at the very least. Remember to leave your answer for today's question of the day down in the comment section below, but now we have to take a real quick look at the games from last night. There was a time in this game when Al Horford was legit running point guard. And I don't mean like there was another point guard on the court for the Celtics, but Al Horford was just the one running the offense. I mean, he was out there at point guard, and the even crazier thing than that is it didn't look that bad. It was pretty funny to see, actually. What wasn't funny to see if you're a Blazers fan though was the same Al Horford sinking a game-winning shot as time expired to get the Celtics a 97-96 win over Portland. Horford played really well with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists while Dame did all he could for the Blazers. Milwaukee might need to set Giannis out for a bit. He survived the first time, and technically he survived the second one too, but don't push your luck. Scariest sight for Bucks fans last night as Giannis went down halfway through the fourth quarter. It was just ruled a sprained ankle though. However, this is the second time that this has happened just this week alone. And this is what he had to say about it after the game. At first you feel the pain and you're like, how bad is it? Is it going to be bad? I twisted it twice in the past 5 games, but I just had to play through it. We've got a great medical staff and we're going to take care of me and Delhi. And hopefully I can be ready to go Tuesday versus the Knicks. Giannis, I know you want to be there for your team. I know you want to help them win games, but it's no big deal. If you need to take a game off, it's cool. I'm sure they'll understand. They'd rather have you sit out for a game or two than have something serious happen. Bucks still won this game easily though, 109-94 over Brooklyn. Bledsoe with 28 points and 6 assists, while John Henson snuck up on a 20-20 game with 19 points and 18 rebounds. Porzingis said after this game that he couldn't believe that they had just lost. Well, that's how every team feels after they lose to the Hawks, 99-96. The Knicks let this one get away from them late, and that's despite Porzingis having a great game with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, and 5 blocks. However, he did miss some crucial free throws in the fourth quarter, but yeah, just gotta dust yourself off and get ready for the next one. The Suns were winning until they lost, had a pretty big lead in this game, but lost it all in the fourth quarter. They also lost their young star, Devin Booker, who just came back from sitting out a game with a minor injury, but now he went down with a hip injury in the fourth quarter and is now listed as day-to-day. 115-110, the Hornets come back and get the win. Dwight Howard with 18 points and 14 rebounds, while Booker played really well with 18 points and 9 assists and 5 rebounds before he had to leave the game. The Raptors held the Grizzlies to only 12 points in the fourth quarter, and that was enough for them to get the 101-86 win. Fred VanVleet was that guy for Toronto last night as he had 13 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. That wraps up all the action from yesterday though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more daily NBA news, as well as join the quest to 200,000 subscribers, hashtag a million a year. Remember to vote for the player of the day, but also remember the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, that player was Andre Drummond, and his 23 points, 20 rebounds, 4 steals, and 4 blocks. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow, but until then, I am out of here.